All right, we have a close-up in personal. So on the upper side here, I had to open that up a little bit, and then for the other pickups down here also, let me move that light back a little bit like that. Yeah, just inside there. And then on the treble side, I also had to go in here and open that up there. And then on the pickguard itself, I had to go all around here. There was a little bit of an overhang, and I had to file that back. I did most of it with the bandsaw, not the bandsaw, sander, belt sander, and then just touched it up with the file at the end to make it fit the contour right in there. So now it drops in pretty sweetly. Most of the holes also line up on this pickguard. And so we are now going to transport all of this back to bench 1 and start the reassembly. Okay, I've moved it, and we're going to see if we can get it to go back together now. I didn't put any pickguard screws in yet. Okay, they're pretty well lined up, except for I need glasses. I need glasses. Okay, middle. Okay. How are the pickguard holes with that in? The neck is still pushing on it a tiny little bit. It's pretty much even there. Yeah, it's just off a smidge yet. All right, I'll go back to the file and clean that up. Okay, the 911 is this. I have got it flush now. Oh. Dirt left. But I'm going to have to fill a few of these holes and see what we can do about getting it right. Which ones are bigger than others? The big one. Okay, I'll be back after all this is done, because I'm going to have to glue it and let it set overnight. Alrighty, we are on the next day. I have the neck reattached, and the pickguard is just kind of sitting there being held by the overhang of the fingerboard. Seems to be in place, but I did have to fill a bunch of holes, so I'm going to drill just a couple of holes to hold it. While we do the test. So one down there, I think the one up here is going to go in as well. I didn't peel that off. Damn. I didn't peel that off. I wanted to peel that off before I got this far. But I went and slept. And I was doing some other stuff last night to oops, pulled it out from there. Alrighty, let's see, what do we got? Can we get it back in? Can we get it back in? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened is I screwed up. Darn. I screwed up by not taking that off before I put those big nuts on there. Darn. Darn, 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 darn. Well, you always regret your mistakes. There's still another layer. That's just the top layer. There's another one. If I could get to it. Get it across the hole. The thicker one, which makes it shine. So, darn, am I going to have to take that neck off? Yes. Alright, put you on hold. Okay, I didn't make you watch all the rest of the stuff at bench 2, so I brought it back here to bench 1, and we put it together, and I didn't make you watch me set up all the strings again, and the pickup heights and the saddle heights, because the neck orientation went back in slightly different. Okay, let me just check the truss rod now. It's probably not done yet. That looks about right. It's probably not exactly done yet, but it's looking like it's pretty good. And we'll try it. Alright, let's go plug it in and see what kind of noise it makes. Black, man, I tell you. You gotta keep cleaning it. Whew. You gotta keep cleaning the black every time you touch it. Alright, let's go. If you ever heard the term dumbass, if you Google it, you'll see my picture is right next to the definition. After working at bench 1 to get this pickguard in, and I had to, once I screwed down a few of these, I had to reshave here. I go to tune it. I didn't connect it to the jack. That's what you call the definition of a dumbass. Man. So again, the neck comes off, and we're back at the soldering station to connect the wires from the guitar. Yep. Indeed, this is really an annoying situation for me. To have to pull this all apart again. Okay, we have to move it a little closer for the jack wires to get to the volume control. Alright, I can put the ground with that one. For the claw. Here, take a look. Yeah, this is, that gets you right there. And then this white one has to go here. We could put a little bit extra solder on that white one, I think. Just give it a better chance. There we go. Now that has to go there. with the output and the capacitor connected to it. Well, we have a chance. We have a chance now. Flip it over. Put those jack wires down. Put it back in position. And in. Right, so I only put a few of the screws in, although I did drill all the holes, so that if this works I can just put the rest of them on. If it doesn't, well, off it comes again. But hopefully from the tap test it seems like it's going to work. Snug that one now on the corners. Still have to bring the pickups up, and when I put the neck on, it ended up with a different adjustment again for the height of the action over the strings over the frets. For the frets over the strings. Alright, all lined up. Still snug here. It's still too snug here. Alright. I'm gonna go with my file. Put you on hold for a second. Okay. Setting up at the computer. Just turn one on and we'll check the tuning. Just one. Always at low E. Alright, we're going to turn off all the effects. Just like a Strat, this pickup is really close. Small problem, hold on, buzzing. Okay, a little bit of truss rod, a little bit of saddle again. Alright, so I haven't listened to it except acoustically, like that. So we're hearing it for the first time. Standard 65 Deluxe as I usually have. We'll have to take it off tuner mode. Oh, I got noise. I got noise. Where's that coming from? Darn. I've got noise. And it's coming from a noise gate pedal that I put in my board, which I'm going to now have to remove. It was working. I tested it the other day. It's a little noise gate like that from Temu, unbranded, and I was getting noise upstairs with my Holly Benton. When I turn the pots all the way down. That's better. Okay. What does it sound like? This is the bridge. I like it. Tone. middle. Wow, guys. Neck. Okay, I'm afraid to add them. Let's go with the bridge. Add the middle. Add the neck. Wow, some unique toning there. Okay, so these two together sound absolutely great. Let's go with the middle and the neck. Neck full alone. Middle alone. Wow, I love these pickups. Wow. Fantastic. Woo! I like that. I like that a lot. Wow. So now I can just put some screws in there, give her a polish, and clean it all up, and then come back and see if we can play a little something on it. Listen to this from episode 22 before we do the Burns pickups. Okay, while I was off doing that, I found out it's not this that was causing the noise. It was the other end of the air bridge that I had plugged in with this one. The power supply noise was going through and causing that noise. And so when I turned it off, it's all quiet. Alright, let's turn that on. Boom. Let's do this. We're going to go with the, start with the neck. Overdrive vintage. to say I like it. Turned out pretty good. Turned out pretty good. So that, I got it shined up. I think I'm going to call it the Indio May. The Indio May. Yep, that's what I'm going to call it. It's a good one. Thanks for all the support. Catch you in the next one.